In this video, we're going to measure the diameter of a drum using a drum brake micrometer. I'm going to break it down into a few simple steps to help us understand how to read this correctly. First thing to begin with, these surfaces right here and the surface here, those surfaces are going to be what we line up on these different lines. Is going to be our measuring edge. For this example, I can take a tape measure and I'm going to get that this drum, it's going to be looks like just less than 9 inches. It's going to be just less than 9 inches. So on this brake micrometer, we're going to line this edge up with the 9/8, right? And the other side with 7/8. I'm not going to move these yet. We're going to talk about what all these lines mean. In measuring that drum and getting just under 9 inches, we're going to use the 7 and 8 starting spot up to the 9/10 ending spot. The distance from this 7/8 line to the 9/10 line is 1 inch. In that 1 inch, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is our 8th line. So this 1 inch is divided into 8 equal parts. Each part in that is going to be 125 thousandths. We write that number as 0.125, 125 thousandths. The distance from this major inch line to this 1/8 inch line is 125 thousandths. 1/8 of an inch is equal to 125 thousandths of an inch. And then every line after that, this is 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and then back to the inch, 8/8. We need to commit the number 125 thousandths to memory. On a piece of paper, if I have this edge of the drum brake micrometer lined up with this first line, then I know I'm at 8 inches, because I'll use the 8 over here, 8 inches in 125 thousandths. That number will look like 8 in 125 thousandths. If I move to this second line, that's going to be another 125 thousandths. When I write that number, it will look like this. We're just going to keep adding all those 125 thousandths together. So if I look at this tool, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen this up and I'm going to slide this end all the way over to the 9/8 line. This edge is going to line up with this 9/8. When I tighten it down and I give it a little wiggle, twist, twist, twist while I'm tightening down. It's going to be hard to see, but I'm right up on the edge of this 9/8 line. Let me double check. Maybe we can see it moving up to there. There's the 9/8. Move one more click and it's hard to see, I think. Maybe we can see it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this edge over to the 7/8 mark. Okay. Looks like we have a big gap in between here. As I move back, we can see we have a gap in between there. So I'm going to continue to move the right side out because the right side has all our markers. So we're at 8 inches. I'm going to move it. That's 8, and that's the first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. I'm going to go to the 6th line. Snug it down. All right. When I put this micrometer in, there's a little button here. When I put the micrometer in, I put the button in first. I push in a little bit, and I put the other side in. Now that I have this in, we can see our dial is moving. I'm going to hold my hand, hold this end tight, and grab onto the micrometer. I'm going to move it one way, come all the way down, move it to the other way. And our goal is to find the biggest number possible. As I come across, I get to 110 and I start going back down. 90, 100. It looks to me that we are about 109 thousandths. So I'm going to lay the drum down. So I wrote down 109. That was our largest measurement. If we go back to reading our scale, we are at 8, 7, 8, and 8, 9. So we know that we are at 8 inches. So if we write 8.000, I wrote 8.000, that's 8, and even 8 inches. Right? But we need to add 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line, 5 lines, and then we're at the 6. There's going to be 6/8 of an inch to add together. So when I write it on a piece of paper, we have 8, and we got the first line on the scale, that's 125. Another 125, that's the second line. Third line. Fourth line. Fifth line. I'm going to try to squeeze the next one in there. And we're going to have our 6th line. So we have 800, then we have the first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, 6th line. And then the last step is we were at 109 on the dial. So I'm going to add these all together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 39, 9, carry the 3, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So I'm going to write a 5, carry the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're at 859, so we brought that down. And then we're going to bring our 8 all the way down. So our final measurement is 8 859 thousandths of an inch. So when we count those 6 lines, what we're really saying, we're counting 6/8. And if we work this fraction out, we can divide both those numbers by 2, and that gives us 3/4. 3/4 is 75 cents. 0.75. we add a 0 to it. We add a 0 because we want that 0 there to hold our place. We always write out 3 decimal places. So I'm going to flip this over. I could have wrote out the math problem, just simply 8 inches plus 3/4 of an inch, which is 750 thousandths, plus the number on the dial, the largest number on the dial, and that's going to be 109, 109 thousandths. I add these up, and we get 8 and 859 thousandths. Our biggest thing that we need to take from this, our main point that we need to take from this is an edge, and this is an edge. This is our anchor. We set this side, we got over here 12, 13, 12. We set the left side, we set our right side to a whole number, and we work our way out. As we work our way out, we keep taking the micrometer and putting it in and seeing if we're going to touch yet. Then the next step is to, again, understand that each of these lines is 125 thousandths, 0.125.